edition of the ICU TV Breakfast Show, where we bring you all the latest stories that are trending in Zambia and just the world at large. Good morning, my name is Miriam Deborah Gamani, and we have a fully packed show for you this morning. We have a lot of trending stories, of course. Just as the way you know us, we have trending stories, your favorite segment. We have stories that has to do with our social life, stories that have to do with our political life, and the rest. Now, today, I am not alone in studio again. I am joined by the amazing Chipo Tike Piri. Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good.
How's your Wednesday?
So far so good.
So far so good.
The only problem that I'm having is that it's really cold. Yeah, this June has come really strong, and it's dealing with me to the core.
Extremely strong. The only thing I'm happy about is it's almost Friday.
It's almost Friday. Thank God it's almost Friday. I mean, I love Friday. Once it's just Thursday, I'm like, here comes Junior Friday. Well, you can be part of our conversations this morning by just interacting with us in the comment section on ICU TV, ICU TV News, the Information and Communications University, not forgetting our YouTube channel. So if you haven't subscribed, please do that. We'll go on a short break and we'll be back with more stories. Stay tuned. Go straight into our story for this morning. This is the first story that I will be reading, but we have more of some stories that we'll be sharing with you. So please do share with us what you think. What's your take on all the stories that we will be sharing this morning? And now 2 people have died in Choma district after a pit they were using for illegal aquamarine mining collapsed. Now, Southern Province Police Commanding Officer Mono Namalonga identified the deceased as Jasper Simuwele, 47 of Junga Village, and Arnold Munkombwe, 48 of Mamba. The incident occurred on May 31st, 2026 in Lugwe Village in Chief Joma's area when the wall of the mining pit collapsed, trapping the 2 men beneath debris. Now, the bodies were later retrieved by people at the scene, while police have launched investigations into the incident. For how long will the government advocate for this? For how long will they cry that we should try and eradicate illegal mining? Because this is something that's really affecting our communities, our miners, because they do not want to take the correct precautions when it comes to mining. Because we are seeing a lot of dates, and just a few weeks ago, we thank God because we had 5 miners that were trapped for over a week and 2 weeks, but they were rescued alive. We thank God for that. But this issue of illegal mining, it's really something that is, getting to the nerves of the government.
Well, it is true. We've been seeing a lot of these cases going on. And with all honesty, we've seen the government is trying. They're rescuing people. They're putting in time, effort, and resources in doing this. But I believe as citizens, we should take care of ourselves. At the end of the day, you're not just looking for money, but you've got a family behind you. You are These people are fathers, they're brothers, they're uncles, and sons. So please, let us stop it. Let us stop illegal mining. Make sure before you go into the mine, you are doing the right thing.
Exactly. And the former minister of Mines and Minerals Development, Honorable Paul Kabuswe. He was always emphasizing that illegal miners, artisanal miners, because they're the ones that are usually practicing illegal mining. He was advocating for them to just get some certificates. We have over 1,000 now that have been certified to be artisanal miners. So if they can practice that, and even here at ICU, we offer short courses in artisanal. So once you have these papers, at least you can practice legal mining than what we have been seeing. There are a lot of deaths that are happening in the mining sector.
Sure. Yeah. Too many deaths that are happening actually, and we want you safe.
Exactly.
The government can only do so much. At the end of the day, it is your responsibility to look after yourself.
That's true. And now we go to our next story, Ma'am Chipo.
A couple from Minwood Kawena in Lusaka has reportedly separated following the death of their 2 children, who were allegedly drowned by their stepmother earlier this year. 26-year-old Fanny Kanyinji said she and her husband Titus Kamanga are now living apart as they continue to cope with the tragedy. The couple has appealed to law enforcement agencies to expedite the prosecution of Mary Kachilika, who remains in police custody awaiting court proceedings. Kachilika is accused of drowning 2 children, aged 6 and 2, in Guerrero Stream on February 24, 2026. Authorities say the body of the second child has not yet been recovered. This is a very sad read. It really hurts my heart to read this. We saw this happen just a few months ago. It happened in February, and my heart goes out to the parents of these children. It is never a good thing to see your children go before you. And for the fact that the body of the second child hasn't been found, I feel these parents still don't have closure in their hearts. So what do you think should be done about this matter? Because we see that they are pushing for the government to expedite the prosecution of Mary. Yeah.
It really hurts, especially to go their separate ways, because it's something that's really, it's confusing. It hurts. Death hurts. Especially for a mother, not just a mother. I mean, even for the father, both parents, obviously, it really hurts. So I think the government should take its course. They should make sure that the person behind this is really dealt with, because this is something that is really hurtful. It hurts. Losing somebody hurts.
Very, very true. Yeah. It hurts, and for the fact that when you're going to get a bonus mother for your children, you think this is somebody who's going to love your child like their own.
Exactly.
And then you find yourself in a situation where the person who's supposed to be protecting them is harming them. It really is hurtful.
It is.
Yeah.
Well, you can tell us what you think on these 2 stories that we have just read in the comment section. Let's keep it interactive, because we're here to serve you. And we will take our first break, and we'll be right back, and we'll be joined by our guest this morning. So do stay tuned.
The Information and Communications University is complementing government effort in promoting legal and safe mining for all Zambians. ICU is offering a short practical training course to artisanal and small-scale miners and those who intend to venture into mining. This training covers identification of rocks and minerals, mining operations and equipment, health and safety in mining, environmental protection, licensing and compliance. Qualifications: National Registration Card NRC. Apply now at www.icuzambia.net. For more information, contact the ICU School of Mines, Department of Artisanal and Small-Scale Mining at +260 763 302 596 or +260 973 263 492. For analysis of mineral samples, contact the ICU School of Mines Laboratory at +260 973 263 492 or +260 977 833 434. The Information and Communications University is complementing government effort in promoting legal and safe mining for all Zambians. ICU is offering a short practical training course to artisanal and small-scale miners and those who intend to venture into mining. This training covers identification of rocks and minerals, mining operations and equipment, health and safety in mining, environmental protection, licensing and compliance. Qualifications: National Registration Card NRC. Apply now at www.icuzambia.net. For more information, contact the ICU School of Mines, Department of Artisanal and Small-Scale Mining at +260 763 302 596 or +260 973 263 492. For analysis of mineral samples, contact the ICU School of Mines Laboratory at +260 973 263 492 or +260 977 833 434. The Information and Communications University is complementing government effort in promoting legal and safe mining for all Zambians. ICU is offering a short practical training course to artisanal and small-scale miners and those who intend to venture into mining. This training covers identification of rocks and minerals, mining operations and equipment, health and safety in mining, environmental protection, licensing and compliance. Qualifications: National Registration Card NRC. Apply now at www.icuzambia.net. For more information, contact the ICU School of Mines, Department of Artisanal and Small-Scale Mining at +260 763 302 596 or +260 973 263 492. For analysis of mineral samples, contact the ICU School of Mines Laboratory at +260 973 263 492 or +260 977 833 434. The Information and Communications University is complementing government effort in promoting legal and safe mining for all Zambians. ICU is offering a short practical training course to artisanal and small-scale miners and those who intend to venture into mining. This training covers identification of rocks and minerals, mining operations and equipment, health and safety in mining, environmental protection, licensing and compliance. Qualifications: National Registration Card NRC. Apply now at www.icuzambia.net. For more information, contact the ICU School of Mines, Department of Artisanal and Small-Scale Mining at +260 763 302 596 or +260 973 263 492. For analysis of mineral samples, contact the ICU School of Mines Laboratory at +260 973 263 492 or +260 977 833 434.
You are still watching ICU TV Breakfast Show, and now we are joined by Mr. Shepard Butemwe, Information Communications University Secretary General. Mr. Shepard, thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank you very much for being on set.
You're welcome. So, how are you? How are you doing this morning?
Oh, I'm doing alright actually. God has blessed us with this morning.
It's a beautiful Wednesday morning.
Definitely.
Okay, so how is life? How's life moving? You know, exams began on Monday. So, as SG, how's the atmosphere around campus?
Well, we would say it's a very busy environment as always. You know, there are a lot of things where we are involved in. We have the leadership activities that always take place. We have academics. Apart from academics, you know, we have people that are also running businesses. So it's very busy at some point.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, you mentioned leadership. How easy is it for you to juggle leadership and being a student? Because you're a student on your own, besides being a leader. So, how easy is it to juggle the two?
Okay. You know, when it comes to measuring or maybe knowing how best we can interconnect the two of them, or how best we can work these two things together, it all comes to time management and also knowing what is the most important thing that comes first. We will say, as a leader, you are expected to do most activities or let's say responsibilities that you're supposed to carry out. You're talking about, if it means me being the Secretary General, actually, I need to report, prepare all sorts of memos that are supposed to be released. At the same time, as a student, I'm also expected to study. But then I need to analyze what time am I supposed to do this thing? What time am I supposed to be studying? Or where am I supposed to be at this particular moment? So it all comes into time management. You understand that this is the first thing that should come first, and this is what I'm supposed to do. So it all comes back to time management.
And also, I love the fact that you brought out the aspect of setting priorities and also learning to manage your time. That's quite insightful because we see a lot of students that are having their own businesses and they're also serving some certain positions in the student union. They are always having a challenge in navigating between school classes, assignments, and their own work. But now, from your interactions with the students that have already written their exams, how is their experience? How are they taking it, especially for the first semester students, the first year students?
For the first semester students, well, you know, we are actually interacting with a lot of students. Yeah?
Yeah.
So you will discover that these students, we get to have different experiences due to the preparation. So for some of them that they did definitely prepare well, you find that coming out of the exam, they are smiling. Other people, they're definitely learning. It's okay, in the first exam, maybe I messed up, so this is how I'm supposed to go about it. So the first paper is not just something that we write, but it prepares them to know, okay, so this is what I'm going to do next. So definitely we've seen people adjusting to the environment, to the exams, and their preparations. Yeah, and you can find a lot of people starting always.
Always. Yeah. They had communication skills on Monday, and I just interacted with some of the first semester students that were like, yo! Now we are having the fear of being in university because they're just coming from secondary school and now they're like in the more higher education, environment, and now it's like kicking in that no, I'm a university, so I have to up my game. Now, your message to students who have already started, and for us who are yet to start and are having difficulties studying, I think I need a beating for me to like sit down and study.
Yeah. Okay. So I would say, well, you don't have much time for us to start relaxing. Say maybe I'll start studying. So I would say studying is actually right now. So if we don't prepare, that's when we start preparing in the last minute, like we always say, pattern in the cow. But then I would say it's very important that we get to realize that this is the right time to start studying if we've not prepared adequately, because I'm sure next week the seniors will start. So definitely we need to start.
I read somewhere on Facebook, I think it was posted by Mr. Ken Dumbo. He's a well-known comedian in Zambia. He wrote to say, I think it's unnecessary for lectures, in universities to be giving us exams because we promise, we know, we understand what we've been taught in class. So we don't need the same exams. But why is it important for students to be assessed every time after the end of a semester? Why is it important for them to have these exams?
Interesting question. Actually, first I would love to quote what Dr. Sakrax always says. He says, we are products for sale. So if we are product, one thing that we need to recognize is that any product is tested. Any product has the quality or maybe an assurance, or in terms of value. What value are you going to add to the society? Or maybe let's say, how are you going to help this society to solve certain problems? You're a product, right? So here comes in this. We have mobile phones. For someone to say this mobile phone can make calls, this mobile phone can send text messages, it was actually tested, right? So we are tested for assurance. Say this person that we are producing into society, they are definitely capable of achieving certain activities or solving the problems that we are currently serving. Or maybe let me just experiencing. So all these things about testing and the exams, they're actually very necessary.
Very necessary. Yeah.
Extremely. So, Mr. Shepherd, you talked about studying and you say the time to study is now, but when is the right time to study? I think as students, we don't really know when we're supposed to be studying. Am I supposed to study as soon as the semester starts? Am I supposed to start mid-semester, or is it 2 days
Or a
before
day
the exam?
before my paper.
Yeah. Yeah, so when it comes to the right time to study, actually, it's the first day that you step. In fact, even before you step into class, because you're looking at. Okay, I'll give an example. When we are done writing these exams, we're going into our next semesters, right? So I'm supposed to know what am I going to be studying on. I prepare everything. So in short, studying actually starts even before the semester, because you're talking about preparing yourself, get to familiarize yourself with what you'll be learning. So it should start from the first till you finish the exams, because during the exams period, that's when you just reflect. Okay, I did study on this. You're just checking, not really. That's when you're learning. Yeah. So there's a period for learning and there's a period for reflection. So I just say it all starts at the beginning. Yeah.
So we've heard that for ourselves. Studying starts at the beginning. When it's time for exams, it's time for reflection, and not starting the course outright.
It sure is. Yeah.
Before even the beginning began, so that's when studying starts.
And just to wrap up our conversation, you are a student and Secretary General at the same time. How are you preparing for these exams?
How am I preparing for exams? Actually, it's very challenging at some point. This position actually is very involving. I would like to that. Then when it also comes to academics, they're also very involving. So how I've stand out is that I've separated my time. You find that during the day I'm busy with union work. Then in the night at some point I'm free because I don't have anyone calling me. I get to study. So I've just divided Sarah. And this time I'm supposed to be studying, so that when I wake up, even if I'm involved into certain activities, there are certain issues that just come up and they need your attention. So instead of me being interrupted with studies, so I've just ended up separating my time. This is the time that I study, this is the time that I work. Yeah.
Quite insightful. Mr. Butemwa, we are glad that you joined us this morning, that you graced our show, our Wednesday edition ICU TV Breakfast Show. We are grateful and we wish you the very best in your position as the Secretary General and also in your upcoming exams.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Well, we were joined by Mr. Shepard Butemwa. He's the Secretary General for the Information and Communications University Student Union. I know that some of you who are watching us right now, you're students. So how are you navigating you being a student and also working, and how are you preparing for your exams? We'll go on a short break and we'll be back with what's trending on social media.
We are the dreamers reaching for the sky. At ICU, together we will rise. With knowledge and passion, we aim to achieve a future so bright, with more to believe. We're building
are the best graduating students, masters in the School of Humanities.
won't be denied. From Lusaka to the world, we stand tall and strong.
Hi, I'm Genea Moyo, and I am ICU.
We're rising high with education. We are the dreamers reaching for the sky. At ICU, together we will rise. With knowledge and passion, we aim to achieve a future so bright, with more to believe. We're building
Are the best graduating students, masters in the School of Humanities.
won't be denied. From Lusaka to the world, we stand tall and strong.
Hi, I'm Genea Moyo, and I am ICU.
We're rising high with education. We are the dreamers reaching for the sky. At ICU, together we will rise. With knowledge and passion, we aim to achieve a future so bright, with more to believe. We're building
Are the best graduating students, masters in the School of Humanities.
won't be denied. From Lusaka to the world, we stand tall and strong.
Hi, I'm Genea Moyo, and I am ICU.
We're rising high with education. We are the dreamers reaching for the sky. At ICU, together we will rise. With knowledge and passion, we aim to achieve a future so bright, with more to believe. We're building
Are the best graduating students, masters in the School of Humanities.
won't be denied. From Lusaka to the world, we stand tall and strong.
Hi, I'm Genea Moyo, and I am ICU.
We're rising high with education. We are the dreamers dreamers reaching for the sky. At ICU, together we will rise. With knowledge and passion, we aim to achieve a future so bright, with more to believe. We're building
Are the best graduating students, masters in the School of Humanities.
Welcome back. Before we just went on a break, we had a guest here in studio, Mr. Shepard Butemwa, who was just giving us some notes on how to juggle school work and also having a position in the student union. But now we just go into the newspaper headlines that we have this morning, and of course we have reliable sources. We have the Zambia Daily Mail, we have News Diggers, and we continue having conversations this morning. You can be part of them. I emphasize on us having interactive sessions, so please send us what you think in the comment section. And what was trending yesterday in the Zambia Daily Mail, we have SP candidate nabbed over fake grade 12 paper. Now this has been moving around Chipo, because I saw the Electoral Commission of Zambia, it identified almost 12 fake grade 12 certificates, and it's alarming because I've seen that these are people that are aiming, the members of parliament, they're aspiring to be MPs, and the rest. But now Zambia Daily Mail states, following the dictation of 10 forced grade 12 certificates by the Examination Council of Zambia ECZ, during the verification of qualifications for aspiring candidates, a Socialist Party parliamentary candidate for Makiki constituency in Katete district has been arrested for allegedly presenting a fake academic certificate. Miss Chipo. Now, Raymond Mwale, 48, of Chigaga Township, allegedly forged and altered a grade 12 certificate. Eastern Province Police Commanding Officer Robinson Mwemba said the matter was reported to the police by an ECZ official on April 8th this year. Now, Mr. Mwemba said that this was discovered after Mr. Mwale presented his school certificate for verification before filing nomination papers at ECZ in Chipata district. This was discovered when he physically presented a hard copy of a certificate. It was checked against the Examination Council of Zambia database and was found to have different grades compared to the original grade in the system, he said. Now, Mr. Mwemba said that while the examination number on the forged document matched that of the original certificate, the grades had been altered by unknown means. He said this upon interviewing. Mr. Mwale said that he lost his grade 12 certificate, which he obtained from Uganda Day Secondary School in 2000. That's when I was born. At which time he was already enrolled in a degree program at Information and Communication University. Mr. Mwemba said the suspect claimed he went to ECZ to request a replacement certificate that same year. He alleged that he met an unknown person at the ECZ who assisted him in obtaining a replacement. Unfortunately, he was given a certificate and changed grades that did not correspond to his original results. Now, however, in March this year, he was informed that the certificate he presented was not authentic, Mr. Mwemba said. He said the suspect acknowledged in writing to an ECZ official that the incorrect certificate was issued to him by an unknown person in Lusaka. I hope it's not Matero. Now, to that effect, ECZ subsequently issued him the correct certificate from their system, which he intended to use for filing his nomination for the Makiki parliamentary seat. Mr. Mwemba said that a warn and caution statement was recorded from the suspect, and he is expected to be formally charged with forgery and altering. Now, the Zambia Police Public Relations Officer Godfrey Jilabi said police have received 10 similar cases in Kitwe, Lusaka, Chipata, and Mansa. Mr. Chilabi said investigations are underway to apprehend individuals who may have presented fake documents for verification. And now they said we have those 10 cases that were reported, and investigations are still ongoing. Mwemba said.
interesting
Very.
because these are people we're going to put in our parliamentary seats.
Yes,
So it's alarming.
it is. It sure is. It sure is. And the Electoral Commission of Zambia has always been emphasizing on people that want to serve the country, people that want to serve in these different constituencies. They should be people that are truthful, people that present factual documents to the Electoral Commission of Zambia, because they'll be serving people. Now, how do you expect people of Kanyama to trust Miriam Deborah Gamani if she presents fake documents to the Electoral Commission of Zambia, and I expect people to vote for me? So this is quite alarming and interesting.
It is. People of Kanyama would not be voting for Deborah
Of course
Gamani
not.
because the thing is, people need to trust the person they're putting in office. So if you start by, well, I don't want to use the word lying, but if you start by omitting the truth, then it's questionable for you as a candidate.
It sure is. It sure is.
Okay, so now we dive into headlines from the news diggers. So government gives up. Government says they will no longer minors. So Miriam, earlier on the show we were reading about two people dying
In Choma.
in Choma and they were trapped. So now government is telling us that they will no longer be rescuing these people. Where do you think the stance is? What do you think is happening?
Because we see this coming from the Secretary General for the Ministry of Mines and Minerals Development, Mr. Gabeta. He says the government has used a lot of resources, to rescue these individuals, and especially for the fact that they have been telling these people, they have been educating them to say illegal mining is not the way forward. Why don't you just go and acquire a paper for you to be an illegal miner, for you to mine legally? Because we're seeing a lot of dates, and it's quite unfortunate that the same people that are always educated on the same things, they're the ones that go back and start doing wrong. So it is it is quite unfortunate, and I don't know, because the government now, they are saying they're going to give up in these rescue operations, to rescue these people that are trapped. But it also is unfortunate because these are our people. The government, they save us, and they have no option at the end of the day but just to rescue these individuals because it is their duty to some extent.
Well, it is the government's duty to rescue its citizens, but I feel the stance government is taking is it is trying to put people in their place. It is trying to tell us that government will always be there. In as much as they are going to be there to readily rescue these people, they're putting in time, they're putting in effort, and they're putting in finances in the rescue operations. These are finances that would be taken or channeled into other things if we didn't have so many cases of illegal mining.
That's true. That it is true. And for the fact that we have a lot of minerals in Zambia, we have a lot of mines. And we have been seeing the revamping of a lot of mines that were closed for over 2 decades, 1 decade. And the government is really putting in effort to make sure that the citizens of Zambia are the ones that are actually being given jobs in these mines. But we see them, taking shortcuts in wanting to acquire the minerals that we have. So it is important that as miners we take the correct measures, when we want to mine, because the minerals that we have in this country, they're definitely ours.
Okay, so our second one is Gary laments after arrest. I would have behaved differently if I knew then what I know now. So if you've been following what's happening on social media, people are taking two different stances on this matter. There are people who are saying Gary was defending himself. That's all he did. And then there are people who are saying he should have behaved better, being someone who once held office and he knows the law. So what do you think? Do you think he was in the right space to defend himself as an individual? Because the truth is, if you attack me, I will try to defend myself. It's basic human instinct.
Yes, exactly. And that's what he exactly did. Because we saw him going to file in his nomination, and we see some people trying to attack him, and he was just trying to defend himself at the end of the day. But now we see that he was arrested for assault on 2 counts. On 2 counts, and he has been lamenting on social media that maybe he would have behaved better if he knew that this is what the future was awaiting for him, you know. And it's quite unfortunate because this is somebody that served in government, and he's still willing to stand and serve in government. And we'll let the law take its course. Yeah,
we shall. And to our viewers, what do you think about this matter? Do you think Gary Nkombo was okay for defending himself, or do you believe he should have acted better, being a person who once held position in parliament and he knows the law? What is your take on this matter? Please do tell us what you think. Write those comments.
And we'll be there to read. Yes, we're going to take a short break and we'll be back with what's trending in social media. So do stay tuned. Do you know what that means?
I had Tommy Tom.
Tommy Tambula, welcome back. You're still watching the Wednesday edition of the ICU TV Breakfast Show. And now we enter into our last segment, your favorite segment, what's trending on social media. Now, social media has been buzzing for the past few days, and we see that the Bemba and Dengoni tribal cousinship takes social media by storm, with powder simmering from Honorable Binwe Mpondo. Honorable Binwe Mpondo.
He's been a busy man.
He has been a busy man. And popular filmmaker Cosmas Ingandwe, among others. Popularly known as Logic. I've been seeing a lot of powdering.
A lot.
What tribe are you? Chipo Piri.
I am Tonga. Never met a Chipo from Eastern Province.
No.
I'm Tonga.
We are focusing on a surname right here, ma'am. You are a Piri.
No. Hamukoma. For now. Until Bezen is buried, Hamukoma.
I love that. And our condolences to the people of Chipata and just, you know, the country at large, because this is somebody that has really served the nation. He's somebody who was really known, and I used to admire, and I still admire their traditional ceremony for the Ngoni speaking people. You know, it's quite interesting, and from the tourist aspect, from tourism in Zambia, it actually brings a lot of money, because we see a lot of people, you know, from different walks of life just coming to attend this ceremony. So our condolences to the deceased family, the people of Eastern Province, and also just Zambia. Now, this issue of Chimbuya, and if it's Logic, he takes this really seriously. There's going to be a lot of powdering, and I need to find some members in the office that can, you know, do justice to you, ma'am. Because we have you, we have Miss Ngenea, we have Miss Ruth. You are from Eastern Province, so justice needs to be done.
Like I earlier stated, my name is Chipo Hamukoma. I have No routes connecting me to Eastern Province for now.
I'm not buying that. I am not buying that.
Honestly.
Wakabi I need zero.
Ma? Well, my mother forgot to teach me.
No. I'm still not gonna buy that. But this is really good. It shows unity, you know.
It does show unity.
Yes, it does. And me, somebody who comes from Southern Province, I also take this seriously on my fellow Lozi chaps. Yes, I take this seriously. So I expect members to do justice on you, ma'am, just after this show.
Well, I will try to run away, but in as much as this unifies us as a nation, we have seen concerns being raised on social media. People have been asking, all that powder, what does it do to your eyes? Because powder causes irritation. And if you keep it for a long time, which you're supposed to keep it for a long time, then your eyes might turn red. So do you think we should continue this tradition? Because at the end of the day, it's been unifying us. It's kept us together, held us glued together. Or should we put a stop to this tradition because of the health risks that it might bring?
And now we have a video that we're going to play so that you can just see what has been happening, especially Honorable Bino Mpundu. He has been attacking these Easterners,
Honorable member from Ghana,
of course, of which he's supposed to do. So let's watch this video.
Honorable member from Ghana has been busy.
But I love what he's doing. This is what's supposed to be happening.
Especially the fact that even the people in opposition, he's still being friendly with them and saying politics shouldn't bring animosity. So at least that shows us that in as much as our leaders have conflicts, they are still united.
Exactly. Me, I want someone to pour powder on you, ma'am.
I'm sick.
You just can't fall sick right now because justice needs to be served on you Easterners. No. This is tradition. We're supposed to follow this because it has been in existence even before we were born. So we need to continue this. It needs to keep going. So you're not gonna run away. Maybe for today I might become a member.
Okay, so let's do this. Tomorrow I'll be ready for the powder.
No. It doesn't work like that. No. I'm not even supposed to tell you that I need to pour powder on you. It's just something that is just supposed to happen out of the blue. Out of the blue. Yeah.
I'm wearing blue, and white plus black.
Which is even better.
I have a long day ahead of me.
People are gonna understand. We are mourning. As a nation, we are mourning. All right, we go to what's trending on social media next.
What's next is what's trending on social media is the state has applied to have the case of Chanda of the Chandana care to be held in camera, no media and limited support. So this simply means no media personnel will be allowed, and it will only be restricted to a number of people. So only people who are allowed are going to be entering the courts. But then let's think of this. The courts usually operate on an open basis, right? Because it wants people to know that it is carrying out its duties and in a way that it is not segregating or discriminating. So now we find ourselves in a case where this is a celebrity and his case is going to be in camera. So shouldn't we be learning from this case, being that he's a public figure?
We should, because we as the fans, you as the fans who are watching us right now, Chandanake, Chanda to be
Specific.
precise, he's somebody who has given us bangers, especially that it's almost a Friday. He's somebody that is usually played in almost every household. So we need to understand that the judgment that will be given on this case is fairly, and it's not coming out of him being misjudged or anything. So we need to keep our masses informed, and it's something that's supposed to be on camera.
Exactly. And another reason why the court might be doing this is because they might have sensitive information. The case might have a lot of sensitive information, or it might be a minor that's involved. So do we think it's the sensitive information that they're trying to keep away from us? But aren't we supposed to know the sensitive information? Because at the end of the day, even though this is bad, it's a bad thing, there'll be somebody who's going to learn from this experience.
Exactly.
So I still feel this should be open to the public. It should be open.
Yeah.
We should know what is going on and inform the masses.
But we're gonna leave it to the law enforcers because
Exactly.
they know what's best at this point. But we'll be waiting to hear what really happens just after this hearing. Yeah. And now we have come to the end. Sadly. We have come to the end of the Wednesday edition of the ICU TV Breakfast Show. It has been great, being with you this morning just to keep you updated on what's happening on the ground in our nation, Mother Zambia, and also just the world at large. It has been great being here with you, Ma'am Chipo. Always.
It's been amazing.
Yeah.
Till next time.
Till next time. Well, thank you so much for joining us. I was your host, Miriam Deborah Gamani, and my co-host, Chipo TK Piri. Until next time, have a lovely afternoon, and God bless.